Hi, Accountability Partners. David Halpern of Mastery Consulting. I want to talk to you today about P&Ls, your profit and loss statement, your income statement. It's your scoreboard. It's your dashboard for your business. And yet 99% of business owners and operators don't use one. Why? Because we don't want accountability in our businesses. So let me talk about what a P&L is and what it can do for you. Warren Buffett says, measure results, coach activities. And what he means by that is you measure results first and then use the numbers to help you determine the activities and decisions that you need to make with your time and with your money. Interesting? In other words, you can't build a business without the scoreboard first. Yet most people I know have no scoreboard because they don't want to look at it. They're kind of afraid of what they see, actually, and they don't want to be held accountable. I have an accountability program. You're in it. And most people that are in accountability programs really don't want to be held accountable. That's why they don't text. That's why they don't call. That's why they don't do the things that, we say we want it, but do we want it? A P&L is the ultimate accountability. And what it is it's your money scoreboard is what it is. So on the top of a P&L, the first few rows are your incomes, your ins, where money comes in from. And then all of your expenses are your outs, and that comes below. So you have, money that comes in from transactions, closed, etc., and sales of product, and your expenses are all the various categories of expenses. Now, for smaller business owners, you may want to do your personal P&L. In other words, here's all the revenues that have come in from my business, and here's all the things I've spent on in my family life or personal life. And why do you want to do that? Because there's money in there for your business. I have a lot of people tell me I don't have money for, to build out my marketing budget and reinvest in the business. And the answer is nonsense. You do. You're just eating and drinking it away or whatever. I mean, I'm in Southern California, beautiful Southern California here, right? And listen to this one. The average family of four in America spends $1,000 a month on food and eating out, on groceries and eating out. But in Southern California, the average single person spends $2,000 a month on food and drink, and you're literally eating and drinking away our reinvesting in our business budget, if you will, right? Now, the P&L should have 12 columns for each month of the year, January through December, all across on one single sheet of paper. Why? Because I've seen business owners look at a 1 month P&L and get all bent out of shape about it. Either they're too excited from it or they're nervous about it. Now they see the expenses for that 1 month and they're thinking about cutting people. 1 month P&L does not tell you anything about a business. It's kind of like going to a Marvel movie an hour late and then leaving an hour early and thinking you know what's going on, right? That's not a P&L. Is simply, it's a scoreboard, and you need to see all of the months together because sometimes expenses fall in 1 month when they should have in another, or revenues came in a month later or earlier. If you see all 12 on one sheet of paper, by the way, if you do that and review that for 3, 4, 5 months, I do that with my private coaching clients, right? You're going to become a financial expert in a very short period of time. Now, the question for you is, how do you produce one, right? And I have people that say, I've got to do this. I'm going to make myself do it. And I tell them, no, you're not. You've never done it up until now. Why would you do it now? You're running a business, for Pete's sake. Someone must do it for you. And no, you don't have to hire a bookkeeper or certified public accountant to do it. You can have a family member do it, or a friend, for Pete's sakes. It can be a teenager in the family, for Pete's sakes. It could be somebody just going in your online account, taking all your ins and outs and taking those numbers and entering them into the spreadsheet, or going onto your credit card online and doing the same thing. And if they don't know which category it goes in, you can help them a couple of times, for Pete's sake. Once you have that scoreboard, in a few months, you're going to be an expert in your finances. You're going to be looking at this and making decisions like any other high-level business person. Why is this so high? Or how can I tweak this number and make it improve? That's how we run businesses. So in any event, my question for you today is, what can you do to start initiating the process of having the most important scoreboard in your business, the P&L?